What's going on, guys? It's Byron here from ETA. Has bad tripod mounting ever got you down? Has it ever given you performance anxiety? Let's talk about tripods. This craptastic little number right here I've had for probably 10 years. I hated it the day that I got it. I still hate it to this day. Yeah, that's pretty much that sums it up. This style of mount, I've pinched my fingers in, I've smashed my fingers in, I've cussed and sworn, had it not properly lock in, almost lost a camera a couple times. It sucks. Back to being relegated to B-roll for you. Basically, that particular craptastic tripod accomplishes about 50% of my goals as a filmmaker and a photographer. Let's talk about one that will satisfy about 90% of my needs. I've got what this camera is currently sitting on right now, and obviously you have no way to know that, just trust me, it's there. I've got the Sony Bluetooth creator handle, okay? Came with a ZV-1. Great camera, tripod. For a very light camera. You're being filmed on the A7C right now, and well, I needed a better solution. Meet the Ulanzi MT-29 compact carbon fiber tripod. Guys, I'm excited because this thing is freaking awesome. First off, I'm a sucker for packaging. That is some beautiful ass packaging. Comes with 3 hex keys. I only have one hand, so I kind of had to prep a little bit before I was doing this. So the first thing we're going to talk about is this tripod head. I've got the whole lights on. I'm not doing the whole cinematic thing because I really want you guys to see exactly how beautiful this is. Okay? I got a broke hand. Not that anybody knows, not that anybody cares. I had a titanium plate installed in my hand. So I only have one hand right now and it's working at a reduced capacity. Just to be perfectly blunt. So it doesn't take a lot of force to use this, which is a beautiful thing. Look at this. Firmly locked. Do whatever you want with it. Move it wherever you want. Woo. Bob's your uncle. Let me just bring in a table covering to give you a little bit of contrast, shall we? We'll edit that out later. Or we won't. I don't really know which. So, this bottom knob, this controls your ball head. So, simply put, you can get a little pan and a little tilt on. You know what I'm saying? You can do both with just one tripod head. You've got a hot shoe, this is a cold shoe, not a hot shoe. A hot shoe is powered, a cold shoe is not powered. This is very clearly not a powered shoe. So what this does for you, let's say you've got a shotgun mic, which I don't have a shotgun mic. You can mount it right there like that. Maybe you got a flash, right? Let me show you on this thing. if it'll come out. Again, I apologize. I only have one hand. If you got a light, you can mount your light there. Gives you a lot of options. That's kind of what I really want you guys to take away from this. Gives you a number of options. Ow! Yeah, don't film videos with a broken hand. Shout out to Peter McKinnon, because you've done it. You know the pain. The struggle is real. Anyway, you can adjust this hot shoe any which way you choose, or you can even completely remove it, should you so choose. Pretty cool, huh? This red lever is what adjusts your pan. So if you've got a camera mounted to this, and you absolutely should, you'll get a nice smooth pan. So let's say you're at a park, maybe like Dubai, they've got the dancing fountains, right? You're going to start your shot here, and you just want a nice slow, and you can crank it a little bit tighter and just get a nice slow pan. Get that dramatic, cinematic effect that everybody loves, except apparently me. We're filming at 4K 30, not that anybody cares, but you don't have to fully open it to release the camera. See? Okay? I mean, just look at that. Look at that detail. That's meticulous detail. And as an aircraft mechanic, I gotta tell you, I love little details. These, getting back to the little details, these little guys right here and right here, right? These are kind of like a safety. So remember I mentioned you don't have to open the camera or you don't have to open the mount all the way to release the camera. So you can get it, say, 60%. And once it's at 60%, you can just pop the camera out, pop it back in, right? That is a very nice little detail. Continuing with our tour, this is something that some of the other reviewers have remarked on, but they haven't really picked up on. They all talk about how it's a beautifully machined piece of art. Let me show you something cool. See that? It's hard to tell from this video, but it's actually threaded. So, let's say you do dingus up the screws, right? And you have to get a replacement. You can service this. You can get any 1/4-20 thread and put it in there, as long as it's the right length. See that? Pretty cool, huh? And because it's threaded, you don't have to worry about dingusing up the threads when you put it on and off and everything else. The other thing that every single Swiss Arca review I've read, nobody talks about, right? On the Ulanzi one, you got a little bump back here. Think of it as a locator. I'm going to show you how that works. This bump goes up against the camera body. So when you install this, you're just going to give it a turn or two to start, and you can actually adjust it in and out, get it where you want it, get it where you're happy with it. But I like it with this bump flush against the front of the camera, and I like that because it just gives it an extra point of security when it's mounted, if that makes sense. And you don't have to go Hulk Hogan tight. I mean, seriously, you don't have to super tighten this, right? All right, come on. All right, I only have one hand, so. If it's closed at least 50%, Your camera's not coming out of there. And I don't care if you have your A7C mounted or you have your ZV-1. You don't have to Superman tighten it, and it locks in solid. This is what I was talking about. Look at that. It's a very nicely weighted, extraordinarily smooth pan. And not even a quarter of a turn, and you're panning. Quarter of a turn, locked up solid. Time for the start of the show. This is the Ulanzi MT-29 carbon fiber desktop tripod. This has 4 different height positions. We're going to go through them pretty quickly. One of the reviewers, one of the larger channels actually that I saw that reviewed this, said that it only has 1 height, and it doesn't. It actually has 4. So first off, if you don't want to tote the ball head with you when you're out and about in the real world and you're filming, you don't have to. You can just screw this right on the bottom of your camera and you have a mount. You're ready to go. You do lose the pan, you do lose the tilt. But if you're just doing a fixed talking head video, Bob's your uncle. Second thing I want to hit on real quick. This does use a screw lock, but it is not a friction lock. It's actually threaded. If it were a friction lock, you could lock it at any point along this. So, one of the limitations of the tripod, it's either this height or it's this height. That's it. But if you're worried about security, the physical security of your camera, look at that. See the threads? When that's snugged, it ain't coming out, guys. See? This is the maximum height. I'll give it in metric and American. So we're sitting at just about 8 inches, about 7.8 inches. It's about 20 millimeters. Okay. With the ball head attached, as you can see, it very quickly threads on and off. So if you want to leave the ball head at home and then go out about, you can do that. With the ball head attached, it is right about the 10-inch mark or about 26 centimeters. Sorry, I said millimeters earlier. I do apologize. I meant centimeters. So it's not super tall, but it's not super small. And in fact, I find that it's just about perfect. Oh, and for those who are curious, I've already tested it. You can put a ZV-1 on the end of this, and you can vlog with it. You can put an A7C on the end of it, and you can vlog with it as well. It will support the weight. This is rated to hold 3 kilograms. That's 6.6 pounds for my fellow Americans. All right. So we're going to go ahead and set this up how Daddy likes it. And we're going to quickly go through the 4 different height levels of this. I'm trying to keep this review under 17 minutes. So, by rotating the top, you activate the lower options. So, what is this good for? You're out and about, you're filming, you want to get a nice low shot of some action, right? And you don't want to put your camera in the dirt. You don't want to put your camera on a concrete sidewalk. Check, Roger. Good. That's what that's for. We're going to call that one number 1. This is number 2. So let's say you're out and about and you've got a giant donkey dick macro lens. And again, you don't want to put that on the dirt. Here you go. You saw how fast that was? That was very fast. 6 inches or 15 centimeters. Okay? That was position 2. Because I didn't measure position 1, we're going to go ahead and measure that real fast. 5 inches, 12 centimeters. I'm measuring to the bottom, not with the camera. It's just where I'm going for. So now we have position 3. Rotate the lock ring. 1, 2, 3. There's position number 3. That is a little over 7 inches, just a hair over 7 inches, or looks like 19 centimeters. We'll call it 19 centimeters. So it's very versatile. This is an incredibly versatile system. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and measure this one last time. So here we're sitting at about 10 inches, a little over 10 inches. And that is about 26 centimeters. All right. This thing doesn't weigh a whole lot. It's 177 grams, or about 6 ounces. So it's very lightweight. It's very easy to break down. So if you're going to throw this in your bag, Bob's your uncle. If you want to leave the ball at home, you now have a very nice compact package, right? That's what the ladies tell me. Sorry, children. And we'll go ahead and take this off. You can see, screws right in. There you go. And again, this is just a quick, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can do a straight on shot, but you're not going to get any angle, again, because you're not going to have the pan and tilt. So, this is Byron. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I love this tripod. Click on the link down below, and you can get your own version of this. I'm going to list both versions and a link to the ball head as well. Because maybe you just want the tripod. Well, you can buy just the tripod separately. And I'm going to give you a link down below. If you click on the link, it helps support the channel. I get a little something from Amazon. And it doesn't cost you any extra. So let me know in the comments down below. What'd you think? How'd you like it? A little bit of a shorter format. Let me know what you think. This is Byron. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Alright, so I want to apologize I'm using the on-camera audio. I just want to show you how smooth this pan action is. Bam! The tilt. Bam! Look at that. Broken hand. I can do this with a broken hand. So can you. This thing is friggin' awesome. Y'all have a good day.